Hi Stampers, today I'm going to talk about the mini album that you've all had questions about and you wanted measurements. So instead of typing them, I decided to make a little video, and this is my first one, so bear with me please. So the first part, you're going to cut a piece of cardstock that is 5 by 12, and you're going to score this piece of cardstock at 2.5, 3, 8, and 8.5. And then you're going to use your bone folder and just fold the pieces. Well, mine have been pre-folded like this to create the outside of your box. You're going to open it up, and then you're going to cut two other pieces, and these pieces will be 4 3/4 by 12. And you're going to score these two pieces at 4 3/4 and 9.5, and glue them on the inside like this. And you want to make sure that where the first score line, which is 4.5, is on the inside of your mini album, just so it folds properly. And then I would put the other one on the other side, and they will overlap a little bit like this. And I've used some snail, but if you want to send this album and you want it to last, you need to use sticky tape, and that will make it last better. So you fold it like this, and then you fold it like that, and then this is the outside, which I will decorate. Then you cut a piece of cardstock that is 1 1/4 by 12. And this is the piece of cardstock that you'll be using to overlap and create a belly band. I did not score this piece, and what I decided to do is just create like a fold like this on the inside. I find that it works better because you never, like your belly band will not close at the same place. Like you could have it close on the inside here or lower, and you want to hide the crease where they meet. So this is the part that I would glue together. And then to decorate, I decided to add 5/8 satin ribbon, and it goes perfectly on the inside there. So this opens up like that. So I have one that's already decorated, and I wanted to start showing you what I've added on. So here is one piece that's put together. And I've used a Sweet Summer stamp set from the Sale-a-bration. So with an order of $60 in Canadian, you get to have this stamp set for free. And I've stamped with crumb cake. I've also used another piece of cardstock that is 1 1/4 by 5, which I've used a scallop punch and scallop border punch to punch all the way. So this creates a fine border. If you've looked on my site, there's another album that was done with the Bliss stamp set, and this one I decided just to rip the paper instead of doing a little border. So that's how I decorated this part. Then I realized that the scallop square die is the perfect die to place on the inside, and that's where you would put a greeting or words that you're sending to grandma or anybody that you're sending this mini album to. So I've stamped it with, again, this sweet stamp set, and I'm hoping that you're seeing this properly. And I've added some half pearls and put them there. And if you see here, there's a welcome baby stamp set that I just put on the inside because I'm making a baby album of my daughter Jordan, and I've stamped welcome baby on the inside. That's a level 2 from the current mini catalog that we have right now. And then I used a few pictures of Jordan. And these pictures, I think I've cut at 4.5 by 3 3/4. So I'm adding the pictures here. So here's a picture of Jordan. And then I'm going to add another one here. So you get to see this one here. So you see that my album is is almost done. I've placed another one here, and another picture right here. So you could do a family album, or this one is just about Jordan. So it closes like this, and then again like that. And then on the outside, I've cut two pieces. I use designer paper and some plain, very vanilla paper because I like to stamp on it. So your first piece of designer paper that's going underneath is 3 1/4 by 4 3/4, and your second piece is 3 by 4 1/2. And that's where I've stamped a bunch of bees and a stamp set from the Sweet Summer. So this is what it looks like, and I've glued it on there. And one of my favorite tool is the spritzer. So I added with my Stampin' Right, I just spritzed a bit on there, and that's why you see the little dots. So for the outside, remember I talked about my belly band? Well, what I did is I punched out a piece with the 2 3/8 scallop circle. So this is a piece that I've punched out. And then I've punched a designer paper that matches my album with the 1 3/4 circle extra large punch. And then I just added some snail and placed it here. And then with the tag punch, I've popped it up like this. Oops. Here we go. And use another one of the stamp sets from the Sale-a-bration catalog, which is pretty popular right now, and it's the Punch Bunch. So with crumb cake, in there, on the Punch Bunch, there's a stamp that says Welcome Baby. So with my tag punch, I just punched it out like this and added another dimensional. Which creates the outside that I will place on my tag. So the final product, what it looks like, is this. And I've added baubles and linen thread, and this is the outside of my album. So this is what it looks like. And then if you pull it like this, and then you flip it over, you get to see pictures of Jordan on the inside. And then that's where I would write with my crumb cake marker some greetings. So I have another one to show you, and this is another one of Jordan when she was 9 months old. So this is what it looks like. And I've added a pink bauble, and instead of putting the bees, what I've done is added with the Blush Bride some little butterflies. So you open it again the same way, and then it would flip like this and like that. And I hope you could see this, but here are the few pictures of Jordan. And it says Welcome Baby. So this is kind of cute, and then you can make this album, like a few of them, and bunch them together and make a nice box, and then she could look at them and see what she looked like when she was a baby, or do like every birthday, like 1, 2, 3, and a bunch of little mini albums of every one of her birthdays. So this is the outside part, like this. So I hope I've inspired you and that you're going to create this album. And I've made a bunch of them. So this will be my blog candy. So if ever you are interested, just post a comment and try these out. And I'll be sending 2 or 3 out to one of the people that places comments on my blog. So here we go. And I'll just close this one apart. And this is Jordan. So thank you. And see you next time.